Hi and welcome to Angling For You, and today you join me with an unboxing slash review. Yes, the Absolute box is gone. This is the new baby. Now if you're on social media, you'll obviously have seen that and will already know that this was coming out. It is the GBC 36 and this is the 50 model, and yeah, we're just going to go through its quirks, its features, a little bit about why I've changed, and yeah, let's get into it. Right guys, so why have we changed? Why have we come away from the Absolute? It's nothing to do with how it is or anything like that, you know, absolutely fantastic box. The seat still is probably the best, comfiest seat that I've ever sat on. Not that this is uncomfy, but the reason is I move on, I sample new brands. It's like if I had a car show, you get bored if I were driving the same car after a certain amount of time. So I do flip my gear. So let's go into how much this costs. So we got this from Bobco, £500 if you just want the box. So I got the side tray with it, which are normally about 110, and I got that for 50 quid with this, so 550 all in, and you know, that for me absolutely perfect. Now it is absolutely solid. That is one thing about it. The first thing I'll go into is it has to be stable and it has to be solid. I'm really into the boxes that are quite low down. As you know, I'm quite short, so anything like that makes it easier for me to get in, on and off. Just before I start to show you the features of it, obviously you can get it in different colours. You can go with the black and the black frame. I obviously am a bit tarty, so I like the blue, and it's just a little bit different, so that's what we've gone with. I'll start with the only negative point that I've found so far, and this is because I fish pole left-handed. Now because I fish pole left-handed, I have my tray on the right. Most people have the tray on the left and they fish right-handed, so I couldn't get the draw out because of the tray. Now yeah, you could jiggle it about, but for me, at that level height, that needed that tray to be where it is, and it's the right length for me to do. So I've had to swap the seat around, and I've had to move things around that necessarily probably wouldn't go or meant to be done. It works and it fits perfectly, but I've had to do a little bit of fettling, so that's the only negative about it. Other than that, you know, there's nothing. So let's go into the features. So starting off at the front, there's two very simple screws. Just give those a little screw, and out comes the foot plate. Now on the Absolute before, the foot plate can come completely out, which I do like that feature. This one doesn't, but again I still like that feature, that I know it's not going to slide out and drop out and go anywhere. So as you can see underneath that, then there is the stacker unit. Now there's a little knob just like these on the Absolute, where you pull and twist. So that's, you pull that and twist, and then out slides the stacker unit. The Absolute had an extra one less of the stackers, but it did have one more side drawer at the top. So it depends what you're going for. So easy push system. I do find these clips better, and they just feel stiffer and a lot stronger and less flimsy. So you can see I've got feeders and spare line, bits and bobs like that in there, and it's nice and compact, easy to go back on top. Like I said before, the clips nice and easy to use, and again I've got the second level in there, where you can use it on a hinge system, like on a hinge. Again, I've got my wagglers, hook link boxes and things like that. You can attach the end to and tilt the box like that if you want to do, and then on the bottom clips are just to hold the runners on, which obviously the box runs on underneath. So what I have found is it's a lot easier to seat than previous boxes. You just again screw that until you hear the click, you just slide that back and it hits the clicker, and that's it, you're done and dusted. Now again, it comes with a strap like most boxes do. It's got the two carabiners on either side, so it's double the strength. I don't have them on very often, but we just had a little bit of a walk down here from Swanlands, so obviously it's nice to have. Nice little pole hook as well on top. I don't really use them, but it's nice to have it just in case. It's got spirit levels on this one side here, and it's got the spirit levels on the other side here. We will do a little walk round at the box as well while I explain them. Another little cool feature is here, it's got a little screw to fasten your keep net, so if you just put one keep net on there, you could just attach it straight away and it'd be nice and easy to get on. Like on the side, like I was saying, it's got a side drawer, and the good thing about the drawers, like many boxes nowadays, is they've got dividers, so it makes it easy to keep everything in the individual places, and you know, it makes just life a lot easier. And underneath that one I've just got my rigs, so nice and simple. The legs 36mm and absolutely solid. We will go into what the actual benefit of those legs is. It's not something that will massively benefit me, but on certain venues it certainly will, and that's the lock-in system that they've got, and it really is strong, so much so that I'm going to put it up high and stand on it. Hopefully it won't be falling into the water, but then you'll see how strong they actually are, even with sort of, you know, fully extended. And it makes it really good if you go into a natural venue, or you go into water where you need to put your legs over the end of the peg, or you want to go out into the water in a reservoir or a canal, things like that. Perfect, and it's super stable. Like I said, with the 36mm legs, I can just change my attachment straight over. We're going to be doing a separate review on the side tray. Again, absolute beast of part of kit. That is, the box itself feels super solid to sit on. I really like the blue accents. The frame is, again, in this similar design we see on most boxes now, but it is super strong. And really robust, and that's a real key point. I do like the fact that on this side, on this foot plate here, there is actually holes. It did annoy me a little bit sometimes with the Absolute, that you get a lot of mud and a build up of ground bait and things like that, because they've got like indentations and the crap does sit in there after a while, and it's not the end of the world to just spray it off, obviously not, but I do find the holes a lot more useful to getting that off, which it may be just a personal thing, but yeah, what we'll do is go round and we'll just do a little view, and I'll talk round the box while I've got it in my hand, and then we'll go up to extend the legs and we'll see what that looks like and how clever that system is. Right guys, so just getting a little bit of a point of view profile of the box. As you can see, it sits really well. Just looks fab. Really nice presence and wide stance, and again nice and low to the ground for me, but you can adjust that if you needs be. And like we were saying before, little spirit level on there on the side. There's the little screw caps for the foot plate, and what I do like is that the knobs are angled inwards, which helps with sort of not catching on things when you're carrying it, and that's all the way on the box, same on the front as well. It's kind of just a little clever design, and it also gives it a little different profile, which makes it look quite cool. So the back of the box, really attractive. Nice back plate on there, so then your tackle box doesn't slide out the back if you have not got it on the catch properly. And again, it's got a nice little spirit level, and this is metal, which is really useful because I used to have the Reeve box. Anybody knows that as the Reeve boxes, they do break and crack if you're carrying them after a while, those back plates. So the little release system there, just very simple, just like it is on the Preston boxes. Just a clever design feature on there. So the box, the really nice firm padded top, which suits me fine. Not as good as the gel seat from Preston, but still really comfortable. What we'll do is we're going to show you the little slot system in a second, when I get on top of the box, and we'll have a laugh about that. Right guys, so this is where we have a bit of a laugh. So as you can see, I've got all the leg system activated on the rest of the box. I'm just going to show you on this one. So you've got your normal screw cap, so we'll just move these little accessories out the way first. So you've got your normal leg, which obviously moves up and down as you would, and then you can tighten that with the screw caps, which are really strong. But what we want to look at, I'm just going to spin that, is the pin system, and this is what gives it an added extra in my opinion. There's nothing out on the market that's like this, and it's literally just push the pin and outsides the leg, and you can see on the other legs, I don't know if you can see on this one on camera, but they've got individual little holes, and it really is strong. So once you've lined it up with a hole, this is just a case of pushing that pin back in and it's absolutely solid. Now then you can do your minor adjustments with obviously your main screw parts, and then that gives you super rigidity on the box itself. Now you obviously can go as high as you want. You could go right up to here if you wanted by adjusting the top legs, which we're not going to do, but we are going to sit on it to show you how strong it is. So as you can see, I'm sort of 14 stone, maybe 14 and a half on a good day, and I can quite easily sit on this, no problem, stand on it, and I've had it in the garden. I'm sure a few of you have seen it, even higher, and you know the box is absolutely stable, and I'd happily fish on this, not worrying that it were going to fall in or move in any way, shape or form. And like I was saying, it's you're not going to have it like this on a commercial venue. You'd be look a bit mental if you did, but when you go into a natural venue or somewhere, sometimes you might use a platform, and you can probably get away on most venues without having a platform if you're using it with this system. And you know, it just, how stable it is as well, just gives you a little added dimension to what you're doing, and it's just something a little bit different. And it's super solid with those pins, it's industrially strong, and it's not going to go anywhere. So you know, don't overlook these other boxes. I mean, everybody goes for the standard Daiwas and Prestons and Mavers and things like that, and Reeve obviously, and they discount sometimes these other boxes, and it's not always about going for what's the branded. Sometimes it's just about sitting on there. And Garbolino are a great make. It's something I've never thought about in my life. I've been in there, I've sat on a few different boxes, and you know, really impressed with this. And it's about showing you different price ranges. Boxes is something I never usually skimp on, so I normally do go for the highest quality bar who's getting carbon, what I can get for my money. And this is not the top of what Garbolino do, but it's nearest, damn it, now, you know, up there with that expensive part of it. But I wanted to bring you that just off top range and show you that they're just as good as getting, you know, full brand, full top range. And you know, it is a fantastic box. And again, obviously you can buy the added cassettes, draw units, all the normal stuff that you would able to buy on any other box, you were able to do as well. So I hope this one's been helpful for you. Keep an eye out for the side tray one which goes with it. Again, an absolute piece of kit is that, and you know, hopefully this might give you a little step in a different direction to have a look at something different, and it's always good to be different. There's no wrong with that. So join us on the Facebook group if you want to look and see any more videos that we're doing. They get posted on there. There's lots of members, and put your photos and questions and stuff on there. On the Instagram, if you just want to post photos, go and have a look at our YouTube playlists. There's absolutely tons of different playlists on various different things that we do, and hopefully you'll find something there that suits how you fish and what you want to do. And until the next one, guys, thanks again for watching. Tight lines.